Kia ora and welcome to Extra Time. Just like last week, I'm stoked to be wearing the Canes jersey because they got up this week over the Crusaders, defending champs. Huge win. Piri, how good was that for their campaign?
Huge. I mean, you travel away for 2 weeks and then come home and put in a solid effort after travelling. Pretty sure that those boys will be happy with the efforts, and it's a great first box to be ticked off with the grudge matches back home here.
And what a way to acknowledge Ben May and Codie, 100th game.
Yeah, well, when you reach a milestone like that, you always want to try and make sure that the boys get the win. But it was just made so much more special for them because of the effort that the boys put in and winning at home. And
also at the Cake Tin, we saw a new captain Hurricane involved. Have you had a look at that?
I had a brief look at it. I didn't really see much on TV, but there's a few images of it. Looks a bit weird, to be honest.
Bit weird with that little moustache, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit. It is a bit.
Yeah. Hey, let's kick into the plays of the week. So first up, we've got one from Highlanders v Stormers, and this was Ben Smith. People wondering if he's lost his pace, but this just shows he's still got it here on defence.
Well, I guess he's had a bit of a break, a pretty good long break. So he's nice and refreshed and worked hard, I guess, in the off season. But yeah, still hasn't lost much pace. Look at it.
Well, look at that. That's a speedster on the wing. He was scanned, caught back up, tackles him and gets the turnover.
Well, I guess the hardest thing to do is basically turn around and chase again. And he managed to maintain the speed on that one and done really well to recover. And even got a penalty out of it.
Yeah, that shows his class. And it was a great play by the Stormers actually to get into that position in the first place.
Well, it was a great catch from their winger to go through and then try and skin Bend on the outside, but
no chance of that. Moving on to the Hurricanes now, and you look at the wings here. You've got Severe, of course, Milner, Scudder, Goosen, but Ben Lamb.
Well, obviously Ben hasn't been playing much the last year or two, but when he's had his opportunities given to him, he's made the most of them, and I mean that's just good pace. Exactly.
You can tell he's played a bit of seven scoring a try like that, eh?
Oh yeah, maybe one or two tries like that. I fancy myself a bit of pace. Not really.
It's a ripper.
Nah, but yeah, just get him on the outside, especially like that. Havili's not slow himself, so for him to get on the outside of him was. And
that's why 20,000 people turn up to Cake Tin to watch that.
Exactly.
Mate, moving on to it's still the same game, and this is Codie Taylor showing a bit of Dane Cole's ball skills here.
Well, I guess most of the forwards want to pride themselves in not just being one-dimensional and having the skill set to offload and even run good lines, off the ball, and to set up that try. And how about the finish?
Drew 3 or 4 players, and then Mata Eli bumping off Bodie there. No love for his 100th game.
No, not at all. But to be fair, Bodie will say, caught me on the wrong side. I do that all the time. I blame something like that.
That's a good way to have up the sleeve, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, moving over to Johannesburg, the Blues, amazing win really against the Lions.
Yeah, well,
coming from behind
to the end of the game, right to the wire, and basically popping them right at the end there. It was a great game.
To say it, but pretty much the whole season on the line. I think if they drop that 3 in a row, they're just going to struggle. So they needed that win.
Well, I guess with the last 2 games that they've lost, they've been pretty much there. They just haven't quite finished the games properly. Yeah. And this is probably one of the games that they've actually finished properly. Yeah. And worked really hard. I think it was less than 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Scored a try, got back. There was a disallowed try for a knock on, and then basically when they had the opportunity, when they got the ball back, got the opportunity, they made the most of it.
They took it. And we'll look at 2 plays from the Ioane brothers here.
Yeah, well, Kid has been strong throughout this, first 3 games in this comp. He's run hard, and he's basically broken a lot of defenders one-on-one. And then Akita's also been quite quick out at the centre with new pairing again with Sonny.
Yeah.
And it was the pace on the outside too. Exactly. Yeah. So obviously Sonny's sort of taking the ball to the line and then passed it to Rico, and he's basically thrown a dummy and stepped on the inside.
He changes line at pace, doesn't he?
Bit of pace. I try to hit that.
Hey, but at least you had a mean box set though, mate. I'm sure Rico
done all right. It done all right.
But Akira leading try scorer, equal leading with 4.
Well, as you can see, especially from that try against the Lions, he's basically been a powerhouse, and it's been awesome to see that he's we've been working hard in the off season, and it's been showing sort of with his opportunities that he's made and created it for himself
Absolutely.
He's done really well.
And moving on to Melbourne, so look, the Rebels actually top of the whole league. 3 wins from 3, maximum points on 15. And I think you've got to start to take them seriously now with this win over the Brumbies. We'll have a look at this try from Jack Maddox out wide.
I don't think many would have expected those boys to, do so well in the starting stages of this game anyway, but the confidence that they've got, that flick pass out the side there, didn't go to hand, but bounced up perfectly for Jack, and basically skinned them on the head, support on the inside, but he skinned the fullback at the end there.
But just to pull off that behind the back pass there just shows they've got confidence in their own game to do that kind of stuff.
I guess they've been building quite nicely throughout the camp, or first 2 games anyway, and you can just sort of see the confidence in those boys. They've played some tough games, and the opportunities that they've created for themselves throughout that game, and it's sort of looking good for them for their campaign.
They're going to be one to watch. And plenty of action coming up this weekend, so make sure you tune in to Sky TV to watch all the action, and go to superrugby.co.nz/tickets to get tickets so you don't miss a thing. Until next week.